Hey y'all, it's Jesse here with Doolittle Garage again. Giving you a short update video on the Turbo LS C10 build. The previous video I posted, we did have the motor tore out of the truck. Showed y'all number one cylinder was hurt. Had to stop the video to, just have a helping hand and everything. So, to reiterate for those that didn't see that, we got the motor out of the truck, pulled it apart, found out number one cylinder was messed up, piston was broke, and we found a couple more. It's kind of funny how it was all on the same side, but so we have our hands full. I mean, LS, small block, LS. I mean, it just keeps going. But here's the pistons out of the motor. This is cylinder number one. It got hit pretty good. Didn't mess the rings up though, which was, I mean, a little odd. Looks like there might be a crack. Nope. So it didn't mess the rings up. Got the piston pretty good. It decided to skip. Nope, sorry. This is cylinder 3. It got it pretty good too. I mean, I can move that piece around. It's trying to come out of there right now. Top and bottom ring lands are broke, same as number 1. So we got 1, 3, 5, and 8. For some reason, it decided to skip number 5. I mean, didn't even put a crack in it. But I still would not trust to reuse these pistons in anything. And then we have number 8. She got cracked there. Let's see if I can get this focus on this camera better for y'all. Cracked there. Spin it around. And right there. And there. Like I said, 1, 3, and 8 definitely got down. Took a little bit too much pressure, and yeah, it gave up. So, like I said, me and him right now are both playing the waiting game. I'm trying to go around the other side here. I'm trying to custom make my own motor mounts for the square body, being that I want to try to keep AC on this truck and make it look like everything come factory. So I'm trying to mess with that right now, trying to get my clearances and stuff like that for the motor mount. On these LS motor mounts, you have a 1-inch set back or a 1-inch set forward. But so I'm gonna have to modify my engine mount in the truck, the perch, so to speak, just a little bit. But I think if I can make that work. So the factory front bolt hole for the motor mount on the LS, I actually have, there's 3 bolts in this clamshell, one here, and one there. And that bolt there is actually in the factory location. Which obviously this is going to change because I'm going to make my motor mounts out of that steel plate there. Clean it up, paint it, drill holes, just to give me some more meat to grab onto here, make it more sturdy. I don't know if I'll modify the other side. They may be offset a little bit. So if the driver's side sits in the factory location, this one might be 1 3/4 inches back. I'll give y'all exact measurements while I'm doing all that or after I've done it. Depends on if I can find somebody to video everything while we're doing it. But yeah, we're just playing the waiting game. He's waiting on parts. He's got all forged internals that we're putting back in here except for the crank. We're not going to fool with it right now. Forged pistons, forged rods, new rings. He's already got head studs, he's got head studs coming, as do I. He already has valve springs in these 862 heads. It's got new lifters in it. It's got the new cam in it. It's had in it. So we aren't going that far into it like we are the motor on for the square body here. I was just going to show you all these springs. They're all nice and shiny. But yeah, man, we have our hands filled. I mean, it's going to be like a motor building race in this garage whenever we get all our parts in. I mean, this motor is coming off the engine stand. More than likely, this is what's going in the Malibu wagon that we have, the 78 Malibu wagon. So we're going to take it off the stand and put his on the stand, maybe, and we'll just have them side by side in here, and we will just be going at it. See, he already has upgraded valve springs, dual springs. It's comp cams, nitrous cam, I think, in this. So it's not really meant for turbos, but we're hoping boost for boost, it'll still work really good. What time we did run the motor, it seemed to perform pretty well with the turbos. It's just, it's only as strong as the weakest link. So we'll be doing good there. Got this motor apart, like I said in the other video. Cleaned everything up. I mean, you couldn't even see the plug colors on this right here. So my lovely lady got everything all cleaned up with me. I'm actually going to let her help me build this one. Just because try to enjoy some things together with all this stuff going on. We had some other uncertain circumstances happen or whatnot, but got it cleaned up. Yeah, I know the springs are a little rusty, but they're coming out anyhow. I'm going with a set of 560 lift or pound lift Beehive valve springs, BTR, Brian Tooley Racing, for those of y'all that don't know the acronym. We have all that over here. My LS7 lifters come in today. That's what I'm cleaning with. It actually works great. You laugh at me if you want, but it works great for getting that gunk off the motor. And not taking it to the machine shop. So we have Brian Tooley. I've got push rods, new. I've got cam bearings on the way. I have new valve springs, like I said, the Beehive valve springs. It is a single spring, but right here, the cam is a 553 lift, 553. And this is what we have for the valve springs. So it's a 560 lift by Beehive valve springs. There's the part number. And I mean, this kit wasn't super expensive, but it wasn't cheap in the grand scheme of things either. Let me pull the rest of this stuff out of this box here and lay it out on the hood of my workbench, aka 72 truck that does not get touched too much anymore because the cat eye's in the way. That's an aggravating thing we'll get to in a minute. So we got everything laid out here. This kit that I bought, sorry about the camera angle, guys. Just beat it around on the truck a little bit. So, this is what I have right now. The lifters are up at the house. So like I said, push rods, valve springs, come with new hat valve seat stem seals, the crank bolt, the cam, and the gaskets. So the only thing that I did not buy in the kit is that. So all of this here, the gasket kit, which come with the valve timing chain cover gasket, front seal, water pump gaskets, like I said, the hats, the crank bolt, and all this stuff. It was $560, guys. $560. Really isn't that bad. It's a stage 4 truck cam, Brian Tooley. Again, let's see here. I haven't even opened this box up yet, really. Oh, Lord. So, nice. Big little, ain't that? Just the good size lobe on it. Just the cam card. Like I said, this was going in the 5.3. See, we have a net lift intake and exhaust of 553, 553. It is a 224, 230 at 50. So this thing should have a pretty good sound to it. Lobe separation angle is 109 degrees. So we will see about that. Well, like I said, we're just playing the waiting game. He should have got his parts in today for his truck. Mine should be here by the end of the week. And yeah, hopefully we'll get to LS swapping the square body soon and putting the motor back in the turbo C10 build. We're also waiting for the transfer case on this truck to get it back in. It's so aggravating right now. I mean, it's been 2 weeks. Wrong information here, wrong information there. Wait this, wait that. So a little aggravated. But aside from that, I mean, we're working hard at it. It's a little competitive. But hopefully we get them together. At least the motor's back together this weekend, as long as we get all the parts. And, you know, we'll make another video on that. Like I said, I planned on making this a short video. It turned out a little longer, I guess. But, yeah, if y'all like, comment, subscribe. I did create a Facebook page, Doolittle Garage. Go on there. I'll be posting stuff up there. You know, little pictures and videos and whatnot of the trucks. You know, just kind of fill y'all in on what upcoming videos might bring. What we're working on. What we could be potentially working on. Maybe some short, unrelated clips of just, you know, stuff we find ourselves into every day. But yeah, let's get this channel, you know, busting off right. And y'all subscribe. Let me know how we're doing. And thanks. Really appreciate it.